We've been through very different stages, but now we are really excited. We are back doing what we want to do. Hopefully, we can do it in the right way and we can sustain it. So it's really important that now everybody does what is required. To get to this way of working with all the limitation we have, try to make the most out of it. I think we found the right balance. And the most important thing was to provide the players a safe environment to work where they could feel that there was no risk or very, very limited risk for them to develop their profession. I think we have managed to do that. And from now on, the physical part of it is really good, but the mental side as well. It's been a challenge over those 3 months. And now let's see how ready we are to compete. I was 15 years old and we met in Barcelona, both as a player. And then obviously in my coaching career and in my personal life, he has an enormous influence. If I have to talk about the person who he is, his values, the way he's treated me and how he deals with the players and the staff around him, it's phenomenal. And as a coach, I've learned so much from him. We spent some amazing moments together, some difficult ones as well. But the experience next to him has been incredible. Next step in his career, in order to do that, he needs to feel valued. I think he needs to feel that he belongs to us and we want him. And then he really needs to believe that we can take this club forward the way we want to do, and he's going to be a key player to do that. I think at the moment I'm extremely happy with how he's been performing and behaving. I think I've got a really good relationship with him when we can discuss face-to-face a lot of things, and so far as I'm aware, I think he's very happy at the club. In different contexts, we would have liked to do the things much quicker, but obviously we have been handled really tight with time and communication as well, and obviously these unprecedented times brings a lot of uncertainty, and these are getting clearer and clearer every day that we are a step closer to get back playing football, and we're going to move forward. Well, it was a really nice practice for us to get a little bit of a feeling and what it is to compete again in a match, how it feels to play without any crowds, the protocols that we have to go through in order to be in a good, safe environment to compete as well. And then, yes, physically we didn't play a game of football for over 3 months, and we wanted to get the players some minutes. We managed to do that without any injuries, so it was both a really positive test. We treat Eddie as an important part of our squad. We had to make a very important decision not to let him go on loan again after the spell he had at Leeds. I watched him train and I was very convinced that he's the right player for us to move us into the next level, that he can contribute in a big way to the way we want to play, and he's been fantastic so far.
Thanks, Mikel.
Thank you.
Can we try George again, Mark?
Yeah, I think George Cummings from the BBC is now able to speak to us. George? George, can you hear us? Or are you on mute?
I think he's on mute. Can we ask him to unmute?
We'll move on. We'll come back to George. Hopefully Ian Abrahams from TalkSport is not on mute. Ian Abrahams.
You're right.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Excellent, thank you. I first want to ask you about Roy Hodgson's comments today, where he said that this whole expanded squads and 5 substitutes might give clubs a chance to blood more young talent. Now, you've already given lots of young talent a chance at Arsenal. Do you believe that having an expanded bench and 5 substitutions we might see even more young players come through in the next 5 or 6 weeks?
I think it will happen, and I will as well. For example, in our case, we have 5 games in 15 days, but that's a game every 3 days. We don't know how the players are going to respond physically because they have a really short preparation, and there are 100-minute games now, the way we're going to play. So yeah, we have to use them. We'll use them. We have some really talented young boys that they're asking for chances, and I'm sure at other clubs the situation will be the same. And I think we'll be at some stage forced to use some of them with the amount of games that we're going to be playing in that sort of space of time.
My second question was, what have you personally learned from the restart in Germany, where we've seen home advantage really doesn't count for very much with no supporters in the stadium, but also maybe a few injuries, and then over the weekend, Italy and Spain. What have you learned from those restarts that you can implement at Arsenal?
I watch some aspects that we can take some advantage of, but I think you have to experience it. And I could watch the games in the Bundesliga, but then when I was at the Emirates and there is no crowd and you cannot feel that energy and that push and that drive, yeah, the game is different. The intensity drops a little bit. I think, again, the physical state of the players is not as it was 3 months ago, so you can sense that as well. And that urgency doesn't exist no more from the crowd and how passionate the crowds are in England. But we have to adapt to it. But I think we have to experience it, find ways to motivate our players as well in moments, and let's see how it goes.
Good luck on Wednesday.
Thank you.
Can I now ask Jerry Cox from Haters to come in, please? Jerry, you on mute.
I'm unmuted now. Are you? Can you hear me okay, Mikel?
Yes, I can do now, yeah.
Thank you. So, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's been a 3-month break. Arsenal were unbeaten domestically before in 2020. Do you think this break will disrupt that progress, or do you think there's a benefit because you'll have players coming back fit, although other clubs will as well?
Well, I hope it doesn't. We've been working on that to try to maintain, or if we can obviously improve the level that we were playing before and improve the results as well. So yeah, there are some uncertainties that we don't know how we're going to respond to, but what I can tell is that we have been doing as much as possible to try to get into these moments with the best possible chance.
And of course, the big prize for the end of the season for Arsenal would be the qualifying for the Champions League. Do you think that's something that could help persuade Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to stay? And has there been any discussion about a new contract so far?
I think that will help to persuade anybody, but we are very lucky to have the club that we have right behind us, that a lot of players want to come and join us. But it's not about who do we want to attract as well, it's how happy the players that are here and how convinced they are that they are at the right place, and as well because it's our obligation almost to be fighting for every trophy and playing the Champions League with this club.
And just, sorry, on that final point, do you know if there's been any discussion about a new contract for him yet?
We have many discussions with Pierre, his family and his agent, and I'm pretty positive that we can find the right agreement for all parties.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
If I can come now to Tasdik Din, who's representing some of the overseas media.
Hi, Mikel. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, hi, Mikel. Buenas tardes. So I wanted to ask you, with regards to this fixture against Man City, when you came into the Emirates for this reverse fixture in another role, and you sensed the down mood that you talked about that day and what you inherited, there was a remarkable upturn, and we saw you just narrowly lose to Chelsea in the first home game at the Emirates.